So I've got a question for the three of you. What's your name? How long have you been drumming? And why do you drum?
My name is Jessica, and I go by Meadow, and I have been drumming on and off my whole life, but I drum as a spiritual connection to a higher power, and I drum for entertainment purposes as well. Um,
Cool.
I'm Tigre Cruz. I've been drumming for 35 years, almost my whole life. Um, Drumming is breathing to me. Drumming is my purpose on earth. It's the oldest language on the planet Earth, and it is the foundation of music. It is so many things. I could talk for about 3 hours. Um, but why do I drum? It is the most powerful tool I've ever had as a musician, as a spiritual person, religious or otherwise. Drumming has been. It is the great communicator. It can people who have never played a musical instrument in their life can be trained into drum circle community and actually feel part of a greater world. They can communicate in a musical language they never thought they could communicate in. It empowers people, it unites people, and it's worldwide one of the most common threads we still have as human beings. That's why I drum.
My name's Patrick Yeo, and I've been drumming spiritually for the better part of 5 years. Um, I drum because it is a means of helping people with their energy and empowering people to not only be able to pick up a drum and do it themselves, but also take that lesson elsewhere. And um, I also drum because I believe it has a strong connection with a higher power, and it also builds community boost.
Cool. Hey, how has drumming changed your life?
Oh, drumming has changed my life phenomenally. I was just one of those kids. Um, I was in juvie a couple times, and I got onto drumming and met Tigre, and it gave me purpose in life. It gave me something to look at that I can touch, I can do, that I can change the world with.
I mean, I started as a school kid in band, and I literally went from, through the grades of school and beyond, from instrument to instrument, and, junior high school was introduced to multiple percussion instruments, and I've been singing since I was a young boy, so put it all together, and then, way later on in my drumming career, I met the djembe, and I met the fire circle world, and it all, and, changes in spirituality and religion, and just my worlds just collided and reformed, and finally I am the whole being who I am today. And it's completely transformed me. I don't even know the person I was before as to I can't imagine me being anything other than who I am now. Um, because and all through drumming, it has completely guided my life.
for me, it's allowed me to, like you said, to communicate on a whole different level, a lot more detailed and a lot more direct involvement with other people than I ever could verbally. Ever.
So, where would you like to go with your drumming?
Wherever it wants to take them.
Yeah, as people ask me all the time when I teach, oh, you're a master. No, I'm not a master. There's years and years ahead of me of things to learn and places to go and levels to achieve. I'll be drumming till my last days, my last breath, and I might even still at that point not feel I've arrived.
One's a path of service. I want to help people become more comfortable drumming and more comfortable with instruments, period, to help express themselves.
You've drummed at Spiral Ground. What's that been like?
It's been exciting. There's a lot of different people that have different interests in music, that have different experiences with music, and having us all be as one collective is pretty intense. It's a beautiful thing.
Being dear friends of the founders of Spiral Ground and having them in my life is very special to me. So being able to come to Spiral Ground and teach and support and see this community with drummers like the two next to me is part of my life's ministry to pass the legacy of not just drumming, but of meaningful, intentional, spiritual drumming to more and more and more people.
Spoiler has been a testament to human power as a community, and I've been honored to teach and learn here.
What's it like to carry people with their drumming in circles and in trance work? What's that like?
It's a very heavy responsibility. Takes some experience, but it can be learned because you're literally, as Patch alluded to earlier, you're guiding energy, and it's about people's spirits, people's souls, and not so much manipulating them, but by using the power of rhythm, one of the oldest sounds in the world, to conjoin people who are completely different from within walk past of life with different things going on in their worlds, and to have them all come into a space and a state of being through rhythm is an amazing thing. Every time I do it, I learn something different, and I watch people's reactions, and it's a responsibility when people trust you to go into a trance situation where they're somewhat out of control, to know that they trust you and that they know you can guide them and you can bring them back to, quote, reality.
I've heard you talk about dancers and the fire. What's that connection?
There's an old adage in Fire Circle community, before I was a part of Fire Circle community, that, again, based on the circuit of energy, in all kinds of fire circles, I've heard this everywhere I go, that the drummers feed the dancers feed the fire, and the fire feeds us all. And it's a metaphor for the circuit of not just rhythmic energy, but of the dancer's movement, of the literal energy of the heat of the fire expanding from the center. Put this all together and it becomes a circuit. And it's this and literally I've seen it where when the circuit breaks, whether it's a dancer that causes the break or a drummer that goes off, it's very obvious. There's a definite connection. I've even seen fires dwindle because the dancers or the drummers fell out. And it's an amazing thing to see, and I truly believe it's an energy pattern that really exists.
When it works, it works. Could you take us out with drumming?